Hi everyone, welcome to this month's masterclass. I'm super excited to be bringing you Jeffrey Allen. Jeffrey is an American energy healer based all the way in Japan who has been astounding me and the tens of thousands of students who have studied his program here on the Academy called Duality. Jeffrey is an incredible teacher. He has a way of teaching that gets you to open yourself up to some of the most profound personal growth experiences you can have. So let me tell you what we are going to be covering in this masterclass. First, I believe, and likely you believe this too, that we are more than just physical beings. C.S. Lewis said, "You do not have a soul. You are a soul. What you have is a body." Well, if that is true, why is it that in our education system we learn so much about how to function with our physical body, but not the dual aspect of our nature, our energy being, our spirit? How do we function in the world as spirit? This masterclass is about teaching you to live in this duality. It's about teaching you how to use that energy within you to clear blocks that are holding you back in life. And once you have done so, to use these same tools to create the life that you've always wanted to live, that your soul desires for you. Jeffrey Allen's purpose in life, the reason why he exists in his own words, is this. Jeffrey says, "I believe this is the highest impact I can achieve in creating a brighter future, where we as individuals and collectively use the powerful tools of our time for the shared benefit of all." And those powerful tools that he's talking about is the energy body. Jeffrey teaches people a whole list of energetic tools, ways to use your energy for your mind, your spirit, your soul, to solve problems in the world that we traditionally have been trained to solve purely physically. You are going to learn to operate in a whole new way. As Jeffrey says, if you haven't learned to use your energy, you're only functioning at half of your human capacity. So here's what we're going to be covering in this masterclass. First, you will learn how to tune into this energy body. Second, how to find and clear blocks that are holding you back. Third, you will learn about Jeffrey's unique story of transformation, how he woke up and went from engineer to energy healer. Fourth, you will learn concrete exercises you can apply to experience the world in a whole new way almost immediately. You will also learn how to be clear and present within your body, how to focus, how to clear the noise, how to feel and build up your energy in tangible ways. You will learn how to identify the single most important thing holding you back right now and how to clear it gradually and then remove it for good. Once your blocks are clear, you will then learn how to create the life that your soul craves for you. So why people love the class is because of Jeffrey's unique style of teaching and his unique energy. He is such an incredible teacher and is such a beautiful presence within him. There are only few people in the world whom I've met who, when I sit down with them, they radiate such beautiful energy. One was the Dalai Lama, another Neil Donald Walsh. Jeffrey has a little bit of that magic, and this is why this class is constantly one of the most popular master classes we do on Mindvalley Academy. So before we start, let me share with you some of the most incredible experiences a few of our community members have had as they took this class. So Edwin Solis wrote to us. He said, "Just after taking the master class, everything changed. Got rid of a lot of bad energy in my body, and great things started happening to me. So I want you to know that as you go through this class, you will almost instantly start feeling shifts. Depending on how deep you get, it will result in these shifts staying temporarily or a long time, but this masterclass will give you instant shifts." This woman, Dee, who's a CEO and business owner, said that within 5 minutes of watching Jeffrey teach techniques on working with pain, she was able to heal a shoulder injury, and she's been pain-free ever since after just 5 minutes. BG, who's a physical therapist, said, "There was a real shift happening inside of me. I had come in with a headache, general malaise, but that was gone when she started taking Jeffrey's training." Peter Johan McGilvray said, "After nearly 30 years of silence to the point of almost being mute, I'm now able to speak." Now, this one was a story that was mind-blowing. "My emotions," she said, "which for the last while have been intense, are now calming and becoming more subtle." This lady regained the ability to speak after 30 years when she started going through the very same duality program that Jeffrey teaches on Mindvalley Academy. This person, Pete J., said, "My marriage is strong and my career path is growing." He was struggling with his relationship.
Today, his marriage is strong and his career is growing. It's another beautiful thing that you get when you start working with your energy body. You find that it impacts the way you work with everyone else, your children, your spouse, your lovers. AC said, Jeffrey Allen's duality course simply blew me away. My life is now beginning to rearrange itself with very little effort on even design on my part. So here's one more thing that happens. A lot of the stuff that happens to our lives is happening on automatic based on our beliefs. It is not that your thoughts create your reality. Your beliefs create your reality. So says Jeffrey in one of his most famous quotes. So when you work with energy, one thing that's happening is you're changing your background beliefs, and thus your reality starts changing with little or no effort in your end. This is why this same person said, unexpected promotion with a 10% increase in salary, 3,000 pounds for the work I'd done years ago as a favor for a friend, all came to him as he started working with Jeffrey. And as you go through this transformation, things start becoming clear. Now, it's not because things are clearing up, it's because as you start working with energy, you start tapping into your intuition. So Denis Ayer said, everything is becoming so uncomplicated and clear, all the lines seem to fall in place. It answered questions I felt I've had in me since I was little. I honestly feel more at peace than ever before. Just wanted to share that with you so you know how powerful this masterclass is, and so you stay till the end and you experience Jeffrey in all his amazing self.
And now, let's get started with Jeffrey Allen.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeffrey Allen. Thank you so much for showing up for this training today. There's almost 50,000 people registered for this call, and I'm really excited because this type of attendance makes it so much more powerful for everybody. And you made a great decision showing up for this webinar today because we're going to really change your life today. I'm going to give you the tools to look at your biggest blocks, your biggest pain, and move that out of your life. And I'm going to give you the tools for looking at where do you want to go next and how do you set that up so you've got magic synchronicities happening in your life. We're going to do this by looking at the energy side of the problem. So make sure you stay tuned because in the exercises, I'm going to walk you through specific steps on how to heal your energy body, how to get your mind very clear, how to find those blocks and clear them, and how to move them out and set your path forward. So this is going to give you a blueprint that you can use over and over in your life. Anytime you're facing your relationship or career or even health problems, it's a way to apply this formula and get great results by changing the energy first. So make sure you stay tuned for the exercise. First, I want to take a few minutes to tell you about my story of transformation using energy work, because when you understand the power of what's possible with energy work, you'll see how you can apply this in your life too. About 10 years ago, I went through a very difficult and challenging transition in my life. On the outside, everything actually looked fine. I had a great job that was stable with a six-figure income, had a nice house that I just finished renovating, and it looked like, from a physical perspective, like things were really good. But internally, from an energy perspective, it felt kind of meaningless. And at first, I didn't know what was happening. I just had this sense that I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why it's so difficult to wake up in a nice house, drive a nice car to my nice job, make a nice income. All the things that I thought I was supposed to be doing to be successful and that I was doing well weren't that satisfying. This internal sense of, I'm only living half of my life. I'm not sure why I'm here, and there's just a lack of passion and purpose in my life. And I remember this was especially difficult at work because I was starting to get grumpy with people and irritable, and in meetings I just felt like everybody's wasting my time. And on the weekends, I had the same feeling too. I actually would pour myself into difficult projects in my house because I was trying to distract myself from that internal feeling that something was really wrong in my life. I was trying to keep validating myself on a physical level that the house is good, the car is good, the life is good. So I didn't notice that inside, on an energy level, something was desperately wrong. Now, I really struck home with this when I was meditating one day, and I finally said to my guides, just a real simple, clear question, why am I here? And my guides answered in kind. Very simply, they said, you're here to be of service. And I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I was kind of shocked. Service to me was something that I got. Like if I went to a restaurant, I got great service. And this was a little shocking to me to notice that I was very self-serving that way. And my ego offered up this little helpful hint. It said, well, sometimes you give back. And I felt even more lame. I thought that's the best I can come up with, is that sometimes I give back. And it really struck home to me that I needed to change. No wonder my life felt meaningless on the inside, because mostly I was just focused on this external world. And I was focused on creating there and getting things. And even though I was successful at it, this key component to life where I'm giving back and sharing and being of service was not a big part of my life. And I had this realization when I had a few weeks off work, and I was actually building an extension on my house with one of my friends. So I was outside, it was beautiful sunshine. And when I came back into work, we had a 1-week meeting in an interior conference room with no windows. And these are really smart people that I really respected in this room having this meeting. And we're focused on solving the biggest problems that we have in the project and in the company right now. But from this new perspective of being of service and kind of this energy perspective, I noticed that these problems really, for the most part, weren't real. And that even though we were enthusiastically engaged in trying to solve things, it didn't have much actual meaning. And for the first time, rather than being angry in the meeting and feeling like people were wasting my time, I was very calm, and I realized, oh, it's not them that are wasting my time, I'm wasting my time. And in fact, I'm wasting my life. And that's the moment when it really struck me. I have to change. It doesn't matter how successful it feels on the outside. I have to be doing something that feels strong and powerful for me. Fortunately, for me, I knew what this was. I'd been studying energy work and intuitive work for about 10 years, and this was really my passion. This was what I wanted to do and how I was going to transition into help people. So I made a decision to start making my career shift in that direction. And of course, it felt great. I felt like, wow, this is it. I've figured it out. I know where I'm going, and I'm really excited. But unfortunately, reality kind of sunk in. The physical reality of my situation sunk in very quickly after that. As I started looking at how I would shift to this new career, I noticed, before I had savings, but we just crashed that whole tech bubble. And that $1 million in stock options I had is now worth exactly zero. And I noticed that all this work I'd done on my house to build it up and really enjoy had taken a lot of loans out, and the house was actually not worth as much as the loans now. And I felt completely deflated, like, I'm trapped. I can't sell this house because I can't afford the loans and pay them off, and I can't get rid of my job because I need the job to pay for the expensive house. And my mind started kicking in with all kinds of other excuses as well. Like, I remembered that in Denver, intuitive healing and energy work is not really that popular. Who am I going to market this to? And more doubts kicked in, like, I don't know how to run a business. I've never worked for myself. I don't have a client list. I don't have a plan on how I'm going to do this. I just have the passion and desire. So my brain started loading on all the reasons why I could make this happen. And fortunately, I remembered how clear I felt when I made the decision. I remembered what I did, where I went inside and I cleared the energy, and I got really focused and clear, and then I just asked for the synchronicities to line up. And so I was able to put that aside and do the same thing, take these doubts and fears, clear them out of my energy body with energy healing work, and all of a sudden, amazing results started to happen. And it's hard to believe. If I didn't live the story, I probably wouldn't believe it myself. But synchronicity after synchronicity lined up from that point on. First thing that happened was my boss offered me a new position, and instead of pay, she offered me something else. Did I want some time off, or what did I want in return? And intuitively, I got really clear that I needed to take a week off and go visit my friend in Germany. And intuitively, I heard very clearly, I need to take the month of May off completely. And again, my brain thought, this is crazy. I can't ask my boss for a month off, extra time paid. That'll never flow. But I just went with it. I decided I'm going to follow this guidance and see what happens. And surprisingly, she agreed. And when I was planning for that vacation in Europe, this vision came of a friend of mine, and I remembered, that friend lives in Poland. And I'm going to see if she's back home in Poland that week. And when I saw her in Europe, something amazing happened. We're talking about what's happening. I mentioned I had this month of May off, and she started laughing and said, I'm teaching energy classes and intuition classes in Uganda, and I need somebody to come in for the month of May and do advanced teaching, graduate level teaching for these students. And obviously it's you, because you've got the month of May off. And I was excited, but at the same time, my mind again kicked in with all the reasons why it didn't make sense. I'm an engineer. I'm not really a teacher. I haven't done it at that level before. What am I going to teach them? And again, I just used my energy tools to start clearing all that doubt, clearing all those blocks, all the things that said I couldn't reach my goals. I cleared them out, and I showed up anyway. I went to Africa to teach. And I didn't tell anybody when I was there that I was an engineer. All they knew me as was their teacher's teacher. And they bought it, to my surprise. I thought maybe they're going to find out I'm really just an engineer. But it turns out, instead, I found out that I'm not just an engineer. Not only did they buy it, but I bought it too. After a month of teaching these fantastic classes and doing energy healings, I realized, wow, this really could be my career. This is real. It's not just a dream or a fantasy for me anymore. So I went home with that renewed understanding that, wow, working with energy is something that I can do as a career. It's something that I can really help people with, and I felt so good about that decision. Now, a few months later, the next amazing coincidence happened where I just got this really clear message in the morning. It's time to put my house in the market. And again, I hit my resistance. I don't want to put the house in the market. It's all perfect right now. I just finished it. Where am I going to live? My job is here. And I cleared all those blocks. It took me about a week this time because it was very deep. And I went ahead and listed the house with one of my friends who's a real estate agent. And I didn't take it too seriously. We listed the price really high because I had a big loan on it. So I really didn't expect it to sell. And a week later, I went down to a conference in Sedona with a friend of mine. And as we're driving into town, I keep getting this overwhelming sense energetically that I'm going to be living in Sedona. This is the place that I'm supposed to be. And my brain, again, was kicking in and saying, that doesn't make any sense. You don't know anybody here. Your life, your friends, everything is in Denver. But within 2 days, spending time in Sedona, I knew intuitively, this is true. I heard this voice very clearly tell me, come to Sedona and you'll be healed. And at that moment, I decided I'm going to do it. I did a little energy clearing for myself, and I did a little bit of energy work and healing on the house. And within 1 hour, we had a full price offer on the house. In fact, by lunch, we were under contract on the house with a full price offer. I couldn't believe it. My friend was so impressed by this work and this story that he actually waived the real estate fee on the house. A little more than 1 month later, my house was sold. I had no debt. I had money in the bank, and I was living in this beautiful house in Sedona, paying just a fraction of what I'd been paying for my mortgage, and I had $1 million views. I was working only half-time at my job, but that was more than enough to pay for all my expenses and let me create this new lifestyle and business that I wanted to create, helping people with intuitive counseling and energy healing. And it turns out Sedona was a perfect place for me to move because there's so much support there in the community, and there's so much business coming through that's looking for exactly what I wanted to offer. Now, over the next few years, the synchronicities picked up even more and moved faster and faster. Without any business plan or any business experience, I was able to build a successful business and actually make more money than I'd been making in my previous career. And I also got to travel the world. I got invitations to travel around the US and teach, and to travel into Europe and teach. And I even got an invitation from a company called Synchronicity Japan, and I knew this one was going to be very special. That's actually on that trip that I met my wife. The amazing part is that all this change happened in my life from that one simple change that I made, that I'm going to tune into my intuition, I'm going to clear my energy blocks persistently, and then I'm going to go for the things that my intuition says, even if it sounds crazy. And this strategy made a huge impact and massive change in my life. Now, it's also interesting to look at what would happen if I hadn't followed my intuition. It turns out that within the next year, the US housing market crashed, and there was a huge, massive layoff that included me, and I lost that job altogether. So if I hadn't listened to my intuition, I would have had really been trapped in that house, and with that debt, I probably would have gone bankrupt. So following the intuition not only brought me to a beautiful place, but helped me avoid a real disaster that I could have been in. And I have to say, one of the most surprising things that I learned during this transition in my life is that intuition is actually the easy part. The difficult part is clearing the energy blocks persistently so you can continue to move forward. And I have to be honest, my mind still kicks in with all the doubts and fears that you didn't normally expect. I still hear all the reasons why my intuition might be wrong and why maybe I shouldn't step forward into that path. But because I understand energy work and I understand this human condition, I just clear those out and I move those blocks and I move forward anyway. In fact, I truly believe that whatever problem you're facing in your life, whether it's work, relationships, love, money, health, that energy work is the key to getting the results you want. I've seen this over and over again with people all over the world. Now, there's one problem that I want to tell you about that's really important, and this is the problem that gets in the way of most people living the life they want and creating the dreams that they want. And it's really important that you understand this problem, because if you don't, you're going to keep having the same struggles, the same difficulties, and end up back in the same place in your life that you were time and time again. But if you can get this one key principle, this one change in the way that you think, you'll see that massive synchronicities start happening. Things line up in your life, and the problems that seemed so insurmountable before actually begin to solve themselves. Now, this problem I'm talking about is that everybody thinks about the physical world first. In the physical world, where we're seeing these symptoms and where we're seeing these problems is where most people try to address the issue. So maybe you're filling out a resume or going into counseling for your relationship or taking some other action in the physical world to solve your problems and reach your goals. And that's all great, but unless you address the energy world first, you're going to keep going back to that same position, that same problem that was created in the energy world first. And let me explain why. Because we have the physical body and we also have the energy body. And it looks like aura around your body and chakras, and there's all this detail. But what you really need to understand is that energy works differently than the physical body. That energy moves very quickly, where physical things move slowly and take more effort. And energy also happens first before things happen in the physical world. So if it's healing yourself, step one is addressing the energy. Step two is taking action in the physical world. If you want to create something and manifest your dreams, step one is to create that in the energy. Step two is to take action in the physical world. So you need these both together, but most people, this is the big problem, most people focus only on the physical part, and they focus on this physical part first. So I want to teach you today how to focus on that energy part, how to look at that crucial, important piece that sets the pace for all the things that you're creating. That crucial piece where you can heal the energy so you stop having those same symptoms recurring in relationships or work or in your body. So I want to give you the tools to manage that and create this massive change in your life. The fun thing about energy work is when you start working on this level, just like I told you in my story, things actually start to solve themselves. You'll find that with very little effort, you can change the energy, shift something inside yourself, and suddenly the problems start solving themselves. So think now about how many times where you had a brilliant idea that you knew could be successful, but you didn't follow through and make it happen. Or how many times did you know which path you wanted to go down, but somehow you just didn't quite get around to going down that path. Or maybe you even started a project, started moving forward with it, but at some point it just sort of went flat and failed. Do you know why those projects failed? Do you know why you weren't able to step into those fully? It's always the same answer. And the answer is that there was some energy block inside you that you were unconscious to, that you were unaware of, that stopped you from moving forward. Now, think about that. It's always the same answer. There's always an energy block there that's in the way of you moving forward, creating the relationships of your dreams, following the work of your dreams, creating whatever it is that you want to create. And today, we're going to learn exactly how to tune in and find that block and move that out for you. Yet, most people are completely unaware of why their dreams stop and why they get stuck. They don't know about energy, and so they just don't know how to make things better. But it doesn't have to be that way. With a little training, you can learn about how your energy body works and how to master your energy in many different ways that will help create these synchronicities and help you keep moving forward with your life. And energy is actually very different than working with physical matter. When you're working with physical matter, it takes some effort. You have to pick something up and actually move it. And then once you move it, it stays there. It takes a lot of energy and effort to make things happen. But energy work is actually the opposite. Energy moves just as quickly as your imagination. So if you can visualize something healing, you can move the energy and make it heal. if you can imagine yourself making a change, you can actually make that change happen. Energy work is instant, and it's fast, and it's powerful. Okay, you've heard my story, and you've discovered some of the reasons why energy work is so powerful. Now it's time for you to apply it for yourself right now. Before we start the exercise, I want you to keep in mind that as I'm guiding you, you may get internal guidance as well. So what you're seeing or what you're hearing might be a little different than what I'm telling you, and that's okay. In fact, that's the whole goal of the exercise, is to get you tuned into your flow and to your energy. So by all means, trust yourself. If I'm telling you one thing but you're feeling another, go with what you're feeling, trust your guidance, trust your intuition. Now there's 4 parts to this exercise, and each part is really important. The first part, I'm going to have you get very calm and very present in your body. I'm going to help you slow your mind down so you can focus on what's really happening. This is a way of clearing the noise. The second part, we're going to actually feel energy in a very tangible way. I'm going to show you how to build up energy using your energy body and feel that energy so that you know, wow, this is real. Energy is something powerful. It's something that I can feel. It's not just an abstract concept or something in my imagination. The third part, we're going to look at what is the most important thing for you to clear right now. Whatever it is that you're worried about or that's really stressful for you, we're going to find where is that stored in your energy body. And I'm going to teach you a technique for pulling that out of the energy body and moving it out of your space forever. And this is really powerful because this is exactly what I mean when I say clearing your energy blocks. The fourth part, we're going to look at what do you do now? Now that the block is cleared, how do you want to move forward in your life to create exactly what you want to create? So we're going to look at how do you see that visually and how do you decide which is the way to go. So let's go ahead and do it. I want you to just get relaxed and get ready to move into these powerful exercises with me. So okay, everybody, take a deep breath and close your eyes. And let your awareness be right behind your eyes. And start to notice right now, where is your attention? If it's anywhere else besides behind your eyes, bring that attention and that energy right back to you right now. And imagine that there's a connection from the base of your spine growing right down into the earth, grounding your body deeply and powerfully into the earth. You can visualize this like a tree trunk connecting you to the earth and grounding your spirit into your body. And feel yourself getting more and more present in your body, calling all your energy back to that place right behind your eyes, right in the center of your head. Now, I want you to change your perspective a little bit. You're going to imagine you can move your awareness up a little bit and back a little bit. You're still going to be in your head, but you're going to be in a place of peace. You're going to be in a place where you can observe your thoughts rather than thinking your thoughts. And just let yourself intuitively find that space right now. And from this place, I call it the higher mind, I want you to notice your thoughts. What are the distracting thoughts that are in the way for you right now? What is your brain thinking you about or telling you that you can't do right now? And as you notice those thoughts, just see them floating by and drifting away. You're just observing them, you're not thinking them. Good. And give yourself a deep breath and let yourself get even more focused, even more present in that calm space in your head. And from that place, ask yourself right now, what's the most important block that I need to clear today? and let yourself receive that answer. Again, what's the most important block that you need to heal today inside yourself? And then notice if your mind starts to second guess that. Maybe you come up with your regular list, the things you think you should work at. And if this happens, just let those all float away and be crystal clear with just your intuition. What's the most important thing for you right now? Good. Now take a deep breath. And for a moment, focus on your body again. Feel yourself being calm and present and fully grounded in your body. Very good. And open your eyes. So welcome back. Now you should be feeling much more present, much more grounded in your body. And this is really important because when you're distracted by your thoughts or when your energy and attention is all over in the world, it's very difficult to tune in to your intuition. But when you get very focused and present in your body and very grounded, it's easy to tune in and know, what is it that is my block right now? What do I need to work on today? Now, I want to give you a completely different experience. I want to give you an experience of feeling energy. So what I want you to do is sit up straight, let your energy and attention return to your body so you're nice and awake. And I want you to start to feel the energy in the palms of your hands. There's actually chakras here in the center of your hands. And what I want you to do is first kind of just stretch your palms out like this, and then relax them a few times. And then you're going to face your palms toward each other, and you're just going to imagine the energy is flowing in from the top of your head. So right now, just feel the top of your head opening up, and feel the energy flowing down the back of your head. You can feel this throat area opening up as the energy pours in, down your head, down your neck. And then feel that energy moving down each of your arms. And for each person, it's different. You might feel a heat, or like a tingling, or just a sensation as the energy pours down your arms. Now, again, open those hand chakras, and just let that energy pour out of the hands and start building up in between your hands. And as you do this, you can move your hands a little closer and a little further apart. And what you'll notice is that within a minute or so, it starts to feel like there's something between your hands. Everybody experiences this differently. For me, what I'm feeling right now is like pressure. It feels like there's a balloon right there between my hands, and I'm pushing on the balloon. I can also feel a little bit of heat right here in the center of the hands, and a little bit of tingling sensation. And so just keep building that ball of energy. Again, you're just activating this creative energy channel that everybody has. It runs down the back of the head, into the neck, down the arms, and out the hands. Okay, good. So by now you should be starting to feel that energy building up between your hands. And what I want you to do is remember, what's that one thing, that one block that you are going to work on? And as you think of that block, notice what happens with your energy. Does it turn down? Does the energy go away? What do you experience? Okay, now think of a very positive thing for you. Think of a time when you feel very empowered and excited. Maybe you're at work, or you're exercising, or playing somewhere, something that you really enjoy. And again, notice how the energy builds up, and notice it getting stronger and stronger. So just like your mood, your energy follows what you're feeling. If you're excited, your energy is going to flow big, and you can see this when people's energy really lights up. If you're scared and afraid, your energy kind of shuts down and gets really small. So the trick with energy healing is to go into those places where your energy would normally shut down and get small, but go into them with a big energy so you can heal and move those blocks. Okay, so build that energy ball up really big. We're going to go back into meditation, and I'm going to show you how to use this energy. So close your eyes again and go back into that meditation space. And without any effort, just notice yourself being very grounded, very present in your body, and very focused with your attention and your energy in the center of your head. And remember that one thing that you tuned into before, that one thing that was most important for you to find and heal for yourself today. And keep your energy flowing, keep that creative energy flowing in through the head, and down the arms, and into the hands. And let yourself be very buoyant and full of energy. And ask yourself this simple question: where is that most important thing located in my body? So again, where in my energy body, where in my physical body can I feel that block or that problem I need to heal? So you might notice, it's in my solar plexus, or maybe it's in your shoulder or somewhere in your heart. The first thing that comes to you is perfect for you. So notice that energy right now. And now, get a little deeper. What does the energy feel like? What is that block like for you? Is it something really hard? Or is it kind of soft and vague? Does it have a color? Is it red or green? Or what does it look like? What does it feel like for you? And also notice, does this energy have an emotion attached to it? Is it angry? Is it sad? What does this block feel like? And finally, if this energy could talk to you, if this block had something to say, what would it tell you? What's the single strongest message this energy block is telling you? And again, just let this information come intuitively. Let it be very easy and clear. Okay, perfect. Now, remember that energy ball that was building between your hands? And start to feel that energy building again. We're going to use that in just a moment. So where that place is in your energy, where you're feeling that biggest block, I want you to imagine that there's a rose right in front of that place. You're just going to create that rose with your imagination. Any color is okay. And I want you to take that rose and move it into that place where your energy block exists. You're going to let that rose absorb all that energy of that block, that message, that emotion, that color, that texture, everything associated with that block. And then you're going to pull that rose gently out, and you're just going to put it out in front of your body, a few feet in front of you. Good. And now, ask that rose, is there anything else it can help you with right now? It's just an energy question. Is there anywhere else in your body there's a similar vibration to what's in that rose, a similar vibration to that problem and thing that you're trying to heal? And very simply, just decide you want to let it go. And notice that other energy starting to move out of your body from different places and moving out of your space and into that rose. And you can take a deep breath as that releases. And be grounded and present in the body. Good. And when that feels complete, I want you to just pop that rose and release that energy, letting it move completely out of your space. Okay, now tune in again to that same place where you started, where you felt that energy block, where the energy moved out, and you'll notice that there's a little bit more room there. That color and texture and emotion that was there before has moved out of your body. And I want you to take that energy ball that you've been building between your hands with your own creative and healing energy, and I want you to take that ball and feel it right now. And just imagine that you can move that ball directly into your body. You're going to move your hands and push that ball of energy right into that space where you moved that energy. Just feel it coming in, this creative energy, this healing, positive, vibrant energy, and filling up all that space where you just released that pain, that block, that frustration, and fill it up completely with this new, bright healing energy that you created. Very good. And then take a deep breath and feel that energy ball continuing to expand all throughout your body, filling in all the little places that you released energy as well. Feel how vibrant and clear you feel, this new energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Right now, you should be feeling a little bit lighter in your body, and you should have that sensation that, wow, something actually moved out. It's not important that you know exactly what it was that you were healing today. When you're clearing energy blocks, oftentimes you're not going to know exactly what it is. It's going to be something that's unconscious to you. If it was conscious, you would have moved it already. So the important part is that you found the location of it and that you identified what it was, how it felt, and then you moved that energy out of your space and let it go. Second part is also very important. When you've moved that energy out, you want to make sure that you don't recreate a similar energy in its place. So that's why we create this energy ball. We put that light and energy back in to put a new intention and a new energy and to fill up that space. So it looks really good. Now, what you want to do next, now that you've moved this energy block, is decide, what are my next steps from here? What do I take to make this dream come true, and to make this improvement in my life that's so important to me right now? So close your eyes again, and I'm going to guide you through this final section. Okay, so again, be very present behind your eyes, and feel yourself being instantly grounded, present in your body. And feel all your energy and attention coming back to that space behind your eyes. And just take a moment to let any thoughts that might be coming by just float away. This is not a thinking exercise. This is about intuition. And let those thoughts just drift away and drift by. Now, remember, what were you healing today? And ask yourself, what does this mean in my life? Is this something in my relationship? Is it something at work? Is it something in my health? What's that major area that you're creating big change in? And I want you to visualize in your mind, what would it look like if that block that was keeping me in this stuck space was completely gone? What would I do next? And it's likely that more than one thing is coming to mind right now. So imagine that there is like a movie screen out in front of you where you can watch these visions play out. And I want you to pick the first one that shows up, even if it seems crazy or if you're not sure why you got this information. And on that movie screen, I want you to see yourself moving down that new path. So your blocks are cleared. There's new synchronicities coming to you. And you're getting real, lasting, different results in your life. So just see yourself walking down that path and just notice some of the details that come to you. Okay. Now, let that path go for a minute. Might have felt great, might have felt difficult. Whatever it was, just let it go for now. And just rewind back to that starting point. I've just cleared my energy. What's a possible path into the future for me? And just let one more path appear. Good. Now, again, visualize yourself starting to walk down that path. Whatever it may be, whether it's going to a place, meeting a person, let yourself feel it and really be there in that experience. And as you do this, I want you to maintain the same clarity in your mind where you're just observing your thoughts. You're noticing what's happening, and you're noticing, how do I feel as I move down this path? And notice, how does this compare to that path you took before, Does it feel a little bit lighter? Does it feel easier? Or does this one feel more dense or a little bit heavier than before? Any answer is okay. You're just noticing, how does this energy of the second path feel to you? Good. Now let that second path go, and you're going to rewind again back to the beginning where I just cleared my energy. I've got a new slate where I can write anything I want. What's one more path, one more thing that could happen to you right now based on this new energy? And again, start to move down that third path and let yourself see and feel what you're doing on that path. And notice, how does that feel for you? Does it feel light and free? Does it feel heavy or difficult? Are there people there helping you on this path? Just let yourself experience all those details in this observation place. Good. Now, let yourself see, how does this third path rate compared to number 1 and number 2? You can let yourself back up so you're at the beginning of that journey again, and just visualize all 3 of those paths in front of you. You've got that first, you've got the second, and the third path. And you've walked a few steps down each of those paths so you know what's really going to happen, what it's really going to feel like in those places. And right now, decide which of those is the right decision for me. Which of these 3 paths do I want to go down next? If more than one lights up, decide which one do I want to go down first. Good. Now when you've got that, I want you to let those other 2 go and bring that single path directly in front of you, your full attention and energy. Again, I want you to bring that energy down from the top of your head, down your arms and into your hands. And this time it's going to be really fast. That energy is going to build up almost instantly, and you'll feel it. The pressure, the heat, the tingling. You know that energy is right there between your hands. And I want you to set this energy at a huge yes. This is your yes vote. This is what I want to happen. I'm going to let this thing happen in my life. And just smile as you feel that big yes. And then send that energy out in front of you, down that path that's in front of you. You can see it moving out of your hands like a big, bright light, moving down that path and lighting your way. See it lighting up all the possibilities and easily connecting you with all the synchronicity to make this path reality for you. And notice how you feel in your body. Notice how light you feel right now. Notice how easy that was and how confident you are that this reality can really happen. Just take a deep breath and notice the space you're in right now. And put a little bookmark here because I want you to come back to this place anytime when you need to make a decision or shift your energy. Okay, so go ahead and open your eyes. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those exercises. Right now, you're probably feeling much more clear in your mind. You're probably feeling much lighter with your energy and more confident that you really can move down that path that you want to go down. In this training today, you learned how to clear your mind and get very clear on what's the most important step for you to take next. And then you learned how to build up energy and really feel energy between your palms so that you know that energy is real for you. And then we did a healing exercise where you went to this specific location and found out where is that block inside you, and you moved that out with your intention and your energy. And when you did that, you also filled it in with new energy from your own creative energy, so you can fill that in and not get the same results as before. And then you did something really powerful. You looked at what are the future paths in front of you, determined which one is the best for you, and then you lit that path up with new creative energy to attract that synchronicity and make that a reality in your life. The biggest mistake you can make right now is to not apply these tools in your life. And it's easy to learn to move energy and to create changes, but it's actually very difficult to continue applying that on your own by yourself. Because all of us have blind spots. So even when you know exactly what it is that you want to look at, your blind spots oftentimes will keep you from tuning in and moving that energy that's just in the way for you. And this is why it's so important to work with a group or work with a powerful healer or guide to help keep you on track and see into those blind spots that you can't see for yourself. And that's why I'm really excited today to offer you an opportunity to join this new 8-week training program called Duality. In this training program, I'm going to teach you more tools and techniques for really understanding the energy body in a very, very deep way. So every week we're going to cover new material on how to use energy, how to shift it in your life, and how to make positive change for you.
So thank you for joining us on this special class with Jeffrey Allen. I met Jeffrey at Awesomeness Fest. He came up to me at an event post Awesomeness Fest and started reading my energy body and told me things about myself. And next thing you know, we started talking, one thing led to another, and we are really honored to have Jeffrey as one of the newest authors in the Mindvalley Academy. So with Jeffrey, we've designed a really interesting program. And I want to tell you about why this program is so important to me. Okay, so look at yourself, right? This is your physical body. This is what you're seeing right now. But we all know that, in the words of C.S. Lewis, you do not have a soul. You are a soul. What you have is a body. And intuitively, we all get this. We all know that we are primarily souls. We are primarily energy beings, and this whole physical thing is just our playground. But think about how we operate in the world. Think about how you work, how you love, how you play with your kids, how you create friendships, how you do the thing you do to earn an income. We tend to forget the energetic side of ourselves. So all of us follow rituals that tend to be rooted in the physical world, the world that we can see and touch and be in. But when you start understanding that you are a dualistic being, that you have a physical aspect to you and an energetic aspect, you start operating the world in a different way. Let me give you just one example. I speak a lot at events around the world. And one of my greatest public speaking coaches told me, Vishen, you want to learn a simple technique that will immediately get you more standing ovations and have you connect with everyone? Before you go on stage, close your eyes, feel your energy gravitate to your heart area, then feel that heart energy explode and touch every single person in the room. Now, it sounds simplistic, right? It wasn't a particular tone of voice tactic or tactic on how to use my arms or pace, but that one tactic became one of the most amazingly powerful tools in my public speaking arsenal. That was an example of an energetic tool. Now, Jeffrey has tons more. There are energetic tools on how you set your goals, energetic tools on how you can get through work faster, energetic tools on how to create greater relationship, energetic tools on how to download ideas. If you aren't using this, you're operating with a mere fraction of your true potential. And that's what this program is about. Now, just like any program in the Mindvalley Academy, it's powerful stuff. It's being brought to you in a really effective way so you learn really fast. It is an 8-week program. In each of these sessions, you will learn how to use energy in a really powerful way to enhance that aspect of you, that conscious, energetic aspect. The shifts you will see in your life are going to be amazing. Now, I'm going to read you some of the features of this program because there are just so many. Okay, now, not only are you going to learn how to accelerate things in your life, but you learn how to help heal and influence in a really remarkable way the lives of your loved ones. This is a really, really, really cool aspect. I use these tools with my 7-year-old son, and the impact it's had on him has been amazing. Now, Jeffrey, I want you to tell us about what you're going to cover in each of those 8 weeks. Listen to this, because there's going to be some major aha and insights you're going to get just from learning how Jeffrey has broken this down into 8 weeks.
Thanks, Vishen. Yeah, the first week what we focus on is really being present in your body as a spirit. And this is super important because when you're present in the body, you feel very confident and comfortable and relaxed, and you can make decisions in a much, much easier way. And the tools we're going to learn in this first week are primarily grounding and the center of your head and a place called the higher mind. The second week, we're going to focus on your mental and intuitive clarity. So we're going to learn how to really turn down the thinking mind. And the thinking mind is great sometimes, but when you're tuning in with your intuition, you need to be able to put it on pause. So we're going to work with something called the analyzer. We're going to work from the center of the head again and from that higher mind. The third week, we're going to work on healing your body and your creative energy channels. And this is really powerful because this week what you're learning is the natural energy healing channels that run through your body. There's 3 that we're going to cover. One is your connection with the earth, bringing the earth energy into the body. One is the connection with above, just bring that creative energy down through the body to heal you and to heal other people. And the third one is your creative energy that you can use for different projects in your life. And all 3 of these are really powerful energy cycles that you already have in your body.
And one of the things that this does is it also helps with longevity, with health, with vitality. It's a really, really important part. If most of us go to a gym or exercise, but this is equally important. Tell us about week 4.
Okay. Week 4, we're going into empathy and boundaries. And this is one of the most interesting and misunderstood places in energy. So most times people really aren't aware of where their energy is, and they're not aware of how they're interacting with others. In this section, you're going to get very clear on that, so you can feel your emotional balance is really good, and you're making conscious choices in your life rather than sort of unconsciously reacting to the things around you. And we're going to learn specifically about your aura boundary. We're going to use something called a permission rose to help you set that space, and we're going to learn about empathy. Now, the 5th week, we're going to focus on healing your chakras and creating resonance and connecting with other people. This is a little bit different than chakra work that you've done before. We're going to actually learn how to use the chakras in your life, how to connect really deeply with people that are important to you, and how to also feel really calm and present and relaxed when you're by yourself. So this is a little bit different and a very powerful way to use your chakras. And week 6 is really about how to get along with others. And specifically, we're going to clear your energy filters and start to take care of those hot buttons where you usually get lit up and you don't get along so well with other people. What's really exciting about this week is we're also going to work on your reputation. We're going to find out where is that stored energetically and how do you clean that up and change that so you make a better first impression with people in the world. Week 7, we're going to learn about your intuition and how to flow with synchronicity and abundance. And really, this is where we tune in and learn how to tap that intuition, how to find out what is the thing that you're going to do next, make very good, clear decisions with your intuition, and then step into that abundance and synchronicity that results. We're going to work with something called the reading screen, and we're going to work with tapping into the Akashic records. Week 8, we're covering connecting with your spirit guides and connecting with your higher self. And I really like this as the wrap-up for the program because when the program is done, I want you to keep going and applying this in your life. And the best way to do that is get this full-time connection with your spirit guides. They can keep teaching you and carrying this forward into your life day after day.
Thank you, Jeffrey. So Jeffrey has been working in this field for over 10 years now. He's had hundreds, thousands of amazing success stories with people he's worked with. And he's right now actually here in the Mindvalley office, even working with some of our staff. So we really believe in what he does, and we've seen the effects firsthand. I believe this program is going to have a remarkable impact on your life. Think about what you typically pay for these type of programs. We've made this very, very, very affordable. In fact, there's a 3-payment plan. Read all about it on the page. I know you're going to be surprised at how much lower the price is compared to what you'd expect. Typically, programs like this go for about $2,000 to $1,000. We believe in getting it out to the masses, so the price is a fraction of that. But what you're going to learn is stuff that's so powerful, especially when you realize that it doesn't just shift you. It's stuff that you bring into your organization, your family, your culture, your kids, and you are going to be able to work with them as well. This is the kind of training that's so powerful because in addition to you being transformed consciously and subconsciously, when you learn these skills, you can apply them on everyone in your life. So the benefits that people get are multiplied. A couple of quick things about this program. Firstly, if you're new to the Mindvalley Academy, you know that our customer support staff is ranked in the top 2% of all companies in America that use Nice Reply. We actually give personalized responses to people who write to us. So even if you feel you might not know how to log in or whatever, we have a dedicated team, some 35 people around the world who are there to help you. What I found from programs like this, Jeffrey, is that although you're learning an arsenal of different tools, typically you're going to go home with, you might learn like 20 to 30 different tools, but there'll be 5 that you will bring into your life, and these tools will shift you. And over the course of the years, they will add so much more happiness and value and money and income to you and everyone else you meet. But the thing is, these 5 tools will lead to you discovering a whole other aspect of your being. Until you start living in duality, you have no idea just how much of yourself you're suppressing. So, click the link, and we'll see you on the next page.
I want to share a couple of letters I got from people who took this program. SC said, I've been clearing out major old relationship stuff, belief patterns running, agreements, fears. Phew, I feel like a new person. Your class is a godsend to me. Feeling more clear, free in my seniority than ever before. Sonia Debussy said, marked the beginning of a new time in my life that opened me up to new insights, opportunities, ways of experiencing the world. Duality helped me discover parts of myself that I had forgotten and live life in a way that I'd been longing to find for seemingly forever. So this is a truly, truly, truly incredible program.
So I hope you enjoyed that training with Jeffrey. Jeffrey flew down all the way from Japan and recorded that here in the Mindvalley office. I'm recording this bit separately after Jeffrey has had to fly back to Japan to give more context to our new program with Jeffrey. It's called Duality. Everybody here at Mindvalley had such an incredible time when Jeffrey was here in our office. He had people crying. He had people feeling things about their energy that they had never experienced before. And this is why Duality is such a remarkable course. A couple of unique things about this program. See, we use an industry metric to measure the quality of our programs. It's called NPS, or Net Promoter Score. Many companies use it. iPhones have an NPS of 72. NPS is measured from -100 to 100. Now, any product that has an NPS over 50 is considered really, really, really great. Products like Tesla cars, IMAX. Well, the great thing about Duality is it has an NPS of 66. See, NPS measures how much people love a product that they tell their friends, families, and neighbors about it. Anything over 20 is considered good, over 50, world class. Duality's NPS is 66, just below iPhone's NPS, which is a 72. So what this means is that a large number of people who take this program love it so much, they want their families and their friends to take it too. Now, the second thing about the program is that you can enroll completely risk-free. You can try out Duality for a full 30 days. And if you feel that you so much as don't like the quality of the audio or the video, go ahead and just return it, get a full refund. We want you to try and truly love our programs. So what this means is that you don't even have to make up your mind right now. You can test out Duality for 30 days and see if this is for you. And with such a generous return policy like that, you would think that maybe 1 in 5 or 20% of people would take this program and then just get a refund, right? Because they get too busy or they see another program that they like. Well, here's the interesting thing about Duality. It is so addictive, it is so catchy, it's so beautifully put together that 96% of the students who enroll, and tens of thousands have enrolled, stay with the program. Only 4% of enrolled students have ever asked for a refund. And if you're one of those 4%, no worries. Shoot an email to support@mindvalley.com, get an instant unconditional refund. Now, below this video, what you will see is an opportunity to enroll in Duality at the best price of the year. Furthermore, as a thank you for watching this masterclass and spending the last hour with us, you've unlocked a special unlock price. It's only available on this page as a special discount for people who just watched the masterclass. So do not close this page. You can go to our academy and buy it anytime during this period at a discounted price. But here on this page, you get an additional bonus discount. So it truly is a remarkable opportunity to enroll and save. So if you're interested in Duality, this is the singular best time to enroll. We repeat this masterclass 1 week every year. So you'll get this price again, but it'll be about 51 weeks from now. We create this special enrollment price only once a year when Duality is our masterclass of the week. So you'll get this opportunity again 51 weeks from now. But if you don't want to wait, enroll now and save. So in summary, Duality is one of our highest rated programs ever produced at Mindvalley, with an NPS score of 66. Second, it is one of the most talked about programs, one of the most loved programs, meaning people stay with it. They fall in love with Jeffrey's teachings. They become fans for life because Jeffrey is a phenomenal mentor. And right below, you get the best enrollment price you will get for the next 1 year on this program as a thank you for just watching this webinar. Now, a quick warning. Don't close this page because the unlock price is only on this page. It's triggered after a student completes the webinar. If you close this page, you have to redo the entire process. So read the information below and click enroll. And I just want to end with one final note. And maybe this would be an insight or idea for you. See, we can go back to life. You can go back to life and continue to live life the way you've always lived life, just the way the old schooling systems have taught us to function, which is purely in the physical body, purely in this physical world. And that is how most of us live our lives. We forget that without our energy body, it's like functioning with one hand tied behind our backs. But when you awaken to the idea of duality, you open yourself up to entirely new ways of being, of existing as a dual being, as a soul, as a spirit, learning how to use these conscious tools to enhance all aspects of your life. I use these with my kids. I use these in meetings. I use these when I take the stage and have to communicate to an audience of thousands. These conscious tools enhance how I function in the world. I cannot function purely as a physical being. It feels highly ineffective. I know that when I learn these practices, and we call these practices, these tools, duality tools, it opens me up to such a richer way of existing in the world that I can never go back to my old way of being. It's like functioning with new superhero skills. So I would love to have you check this out, and I hope to see you as one of our students in duality. So go ahead, all the information is below. Enroll, try it out for 30 days, and there's a 96% chance you're going to become one of our raving fans and a student whose life is profoundly changed by the teachings of Jeffrey Allen.